Hi everyone, welcome back to another video of Shady Oaks Farm on the pond. We are going to do a little bit of bass fishing again today. I might do a little bit of catch, clean, and cook today because we are going to have fish tacos this week. So the pressure's on. I have to catch something for fish tacos. So if I catch a couple pound bass, I'll keep those. I caught a 4-pounder the other day. I did not video. I always say that. I did not put it on video. I didn't do a video that day. And it was pretty nice 4-pounder. But today we're just gonna fish. It's got a storm moving in, so I have about an hour and a half of fishing here. So we're going to, they've been hitting on flukes. So last night I switched over. I had a fluke with a weight on it. I took it off and put a fluke just with a hook. So we're back to using the fluke with just a hook for the weight. So we're fishing kind of a top on the moss and stuff. So let's get going here and we'll see what we can do. See if we can get you a few fish on the video. No, I haven't got another camera yet. I know it'd be nice. But I'm using a white fluke today. I've switched up. Back to one I caught on the other day was a white with chartreuse tail, and I might switch today. Who knows? We'll just see how they do. You never know what's going to go on out here. You can still cast a fluke a long ways without a weight on it. I had a little strike there, but I bet it was a bluegill or something grabbing its tail. But I don't know, you never know. There we go. I changed over to that white and chartreuse fluke. I'm just running them along the top of the water slowly. Man, they're fighters, I'll tell you what. Early spring. Man, oh man. He feels like he wants to be. He acts like he's about a 4-pounder, you know. Yeah, big boy, we know. You think you're big. Don't break it off though. Sometimes you can do that, sometimes you can't. That ain't bad. That's probably 2.5. I can weigh them. See, I always guess. So I don't weigh these little ones, but I'm gonna keep this one probably, so I'll tell you what it is, really. So and I'll show you what I'm using here in a minute. So you've heard me say many times, these fish are not quite 2.5 years old. So this fish here was, let me see how big he is. I got a scale now. So he is 15 inches. All right, so he's 206. I don't know if you can see that or not, but 206. So I was pretty good. I said 2 pounds, 2.5, 206. 15 inches long, 206. I'm pretty good at judging those. caught enough. I'm not gonna lie to you I'm not gonna hold it in front of the camera and tell you it's a 5-pounder. No need to. So let me put this back on. I'll show you what I'm using. He tore this one up pretty good. This has already been used pretty good. I put it back on. I'm gonna get a new one. I showed you in my last video how I rig these flukes. So if you haven't seen it, go out and look, and I do a little detail on how I rig them. It's not hard. Sometimes I use a little 3/8 ounce weight or a 1/4 ounce or something. Depends on if you want to get to go in the bottom or not a little bit faster. I like to swim on top, and I like to run them through the moss on top too. So this is the color I'm using. White and chartreuse. And they've been seem to be hitting on this in the last couple days. So we might be having fish tacos after all. What do you think about that? My wife will be happy. Oh, as soon as I hit the water, I threw it over by this tall grass I have growing out in this, along this dam. As soon as it hit the water, he smacked it. Yeah, another eating one. Yeah. We're having fish tacos. If he doesn't get off. he doesn't want to come in. I feel like Bill Dance. Holy smokes. Come on, buddy. I'm trying to stay from getting wet. Oh, I'm gonna lose him. Oh no. Quick boat. Oh, I barely got the hook in him. Ooh. He started shaking that hook out. Playing around like that. There you go. I'd say that's probably 1 3/4 pounds. Something like that. Another good eating size though. Well, we're definitely having fish tacos. That's 4 nice fillets right there. See if we can catch another one. There we go. Another one on top. He's a little one, but he's fine. Stay. My son's dog I'm sitting for wants to come out. Go back. No. Wants to come out and see the fish. All right. Another, let me get this off. Still got the fluke on up there. Stay. All right, that's probably about 1 1/4 pounds, but definitely in the skillet. All right. After a while, I'm just got the fish. Nothing like coming out and catching fresh fish for fish tacos. You can't beat it. All right, I think it's about time to go in. Clean these fish. I'll show you how I clean them. Pretty easy if you never cleaned it, if you never filleted a fish before. Some people haven't. Trying to catch one more on the way in. I thought I had one. Little tiny one. Little bass, little baby bass. He's a little too small to eat. Boy, he swallowed that thing though. I guess he thought it was big enough for him. Tell me why this little bass is gonna eat that big old critter there. Isn't that crazy? Sometimes you wonder about Mother Nature. How the heck does he think? That's almost as big as he is. I don't know how he'd ever swallow it. He thinks he's big though. He just did a flop. Well, we got time for one more here before I pull it in the boathouse. If it wasn't going to storm, I'd still stay out here and fish, but I don't want to get caught. I especially don't want to be out here if it starts lightning. And the thunder is telling me to get out of here. All right. I gotta quit. I don't know if you can hear it in the camera or not, but time to leave. I'm right here at the boathouse, so we will, next time I see you, we'll be up at the shop cleaning some fish. So I'll be right back. Gonna put the boat away, and I'll see you at the shop. We'll have everything getting ready to. All right, we're back. We're at the shop. So I'm going to show you how I clean these. Nothing too difficult. I have a piece of HDPE here. I've got several of this stuff laying around the shop, but I just use it. I like to get a table sometime, make it easier, you know, instead of using the back of my UTV. But then I got some clean water. Can't see it probably over here or not. Yeah, right there. So I'm going to show you real quick how I do it. I'm not saying it's the right way. I have this is a Rapella Ion lithium battery fillet knife, which is really nice. I like this one a lot. So does a good job. If you fillet fish enough, you'll decide to get you an electric knife instead of a regular knife. I mean, there's nothing wrong. Some people are really good at it. You got to keep them sharp, but you know, this works really well. So I take the fish. All right, so I get my bass here, and you do this with pretty much any fish, whether it's bass, crappie, whatever. This is the way I do it. I get right behind the gill here, cut down, just cut right below it. Then you hit their backbone act there, turn it, and then just fillet it off. The most important thing to do is stop right at the tail there. So don't remove it from the tail. Turn it over, flop the tail over like so, and then cut the meat off, the rest of it, lay the knife flat like so, and there you got it, a nice fillet. So then I come back and I trim off the rib cage here. Just take it, cut around that rib cage like so. That's why I use the HDPE material so it doesn't hurt it. And I just throw it back in my bucket. I have my bucket here with my fish in it. I'll scrap these guys out and I'll throw them back in the pond. The turtles and the catfish will have them gone by morning. So there's a nice fillet right there. So nothing really wasted. There's nothing on here really worth keeping. So throw it in the water, turn him over, do the same thing. You can hold him by the lip if you want to. Cut down. Find that backbone. As soon as you get that backbone, cut along it. Stop at the tail. Flip the tail over like so. And if you If you cut it off at the tail, it's no big deal. You just got to hold on to the tail. So then I just take it, cut down there on the meat, like so. And there's my other piece of meat. Nothing left of the fish. Put him back in the bucket. Again, take that rib cage off of there. Throw that in the bucket. There you have it. No bones whatsoever. All right, do one more here, and you'll get the gist of it. Nice sized bass to fillet. Again, right behind the gills. Cut down. So you hit that spine. Cut down the spine. Backbone, whatever you want to call it. Like so. Flip them down. Like so. There you have it. Cut that thing out, the rib cage again. Throw that in there. Flip it over. I find it easier to use a tip. And that's all bone there, so there's no use keeping that. Throw that back in the bucket. Take your fillets, put them in the fresh water. Get rid of that one. Take your fillet, put it in your nice water, clean water, and I'll take those in the house and clean those up a lot better. But for right now, then I'll just take my board over here, wash it off, and we'll see you tomorrow night when we cook fish tacos. These are simple fish tacos. Nothing fancy about them, but they're absolutely delicious. You think, you know, you got all this stuff on there, and it's not, but they're really good. It's just a different fish taco recipe. I'll bet you never had it before. All right, so we are back after cleaning the fish. We are now going to make our sauce for our fish tacos. So, as I said, this is a real simple recipe. It's not like, you know, you have tomatoes and everything else in it. This sauce consists of mayonnaise, sour cream, and chipotle peppers. So you can get them in a can like this in a sauce. So what you do is, and then you got lime juice and pepper and salt. So equal parts of mayonnaise and sour cream. So you can decide, this is an 8 ounce. I won't use all that, but you can use, if you use 8 ounces of sour cream, use 8 ounces of mayonnaise. So I'm gonna get the peppers out. So what I end up doing, I don't use all these peppers, so we end up freezing them. So you can just put them in a plastic bag, and we put usually 2 peppers in a bag, and that way we can use them later on. This sauce is excellent. All right, so that's to put the stuff in when it's done. So we just use a food processor. So get you a food processor or a blender. Pardon me, gotta throw this away. So get you a food processor or a blender. We're using a food processor here. So you take half a cup of sour cream. We're going to use a half a cup. Like I said, you can use all 8 ounces if you want to. Depends how much you want to make. We'll probably have fish tacos for the next 3 nights, since I caught 3 bass. So half a cup I'm using. And then same thing for the mayonnaise. Just gonna put and it doesn't have to be exact. You know, if you, I go to taste anyway, so. Get my spoon here to scrape this off so I don't contaminate my mayonnaise. And you can use any kind of mayonnaise, it doesn't matter. I got Hellman's here, but you can use Duke's or somebody else, whatever you like. Now you can see I don't even that off. It doesn't make a difference. I can smooth it out, but I'm just gonna dump it in there, because like I say, I'm gonna taste it anyway. So, before I even take it out of the food processor. You know, you don't want the flavor to be the way you tell if it's good or not. You don't want the flavor to be too much mayonnaise, or you don't want it to be too much sour cream. You shouldn't be able to taste one over the other. That's how I tell. So I got my mayonnaise and sour cream in there. Get me a fork here. Grab me a couple chipotle peppers. Nice one there. Another one, good one there. Now, I prefer to use fresh lime. Pardon me? So I prefer to use fresh lime, but in our case, we could not find a fresh lime yesterday at the grocery store. So we are gonna use this lime juice, and I just, you know, there's no, it says a half a lime. Just do a splash of lime. So in this case, I'm just gonna put a little bit of lime juice in there. Pepper. And that's the taste, whatever you like. Salt. Put the lid on. And I'm making this in the morning because I want this to sit in the refrigerator all day and kind of blend together. So. And we're going to puree. All right, so get your spatula in there and scrape it off the sides. Like so. Back on puree. All right. And to taste. So taste it now. Take your spoon, put it in there. Hard to say. You want not the taste of sour cream, but not the taste of mayonnaise. And a little kick to it. That's darn good there. Maybe just a little bit more lime juice. Make sure you blend it very well because you want all the peppers chopped up, the chipotles. And so then, get all that goodness off of there. I go stick that in the sink real fast. All right. Clean my mess up here a little bit. And put it in a bowl, any type of bowl. Like so, and there you have it. So it's kind of takes on a kind of almost not orangish color, but that color the chipotles have to mixed up, but it's got a really pretty color to it. So that stuff is excellent. So cover it with saran wrap, put it in the refrigerator, and when you get ready tonight, when you use it, then you put it on you drizzle it on your taco, and I'll show you that tonight. But that's how you make the sauce. So you make the sauce, make it 8 hours before, the night before, whatever, let it sit all night. And so we'll be back tonight when we make fish tacos, and we'll show you what it looks like. All right, welcome back. So now we're in the evening, we're gonna cook the fish tacos. My wife's already done the cabbage. She just used a mandolin, right?
Yeah, mandolin.
Yeah, it's the old finger getter, I call it. And if you get your fingers down too close, it'll slice it right off. But anyway, so she did the cabbage already. I was out playing golf, so you know, somebody got to have fun. And so now we're gonna do the, it's just an egg and water for the mixture to coat the fish in, and then we're gonna bread them in panko crumbs. We like panko crumbs because we like to keep it crispy. So. Yep, so we're doing the egg. It's just egg and about a tablespoon of water.
Maybe 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, maybe 2 tablespoons, and we'll use that as a coating on the fish. And I'm going to cut some fish up here in smaller pieces. Since we're using, you can buy these tortillas. These are what? 8-inch or 10-inch or whatever. Yeah, it's 10. Well, no, these aren't. I don't know how big these are.
I'm not sure how big they are.
Yeah, I don't know how big these are. They're not as big as the other ones we buy, but the other ones we buy are the bigger ones. These are the smaller ones. So you can buy whichever. So I'm just going to cut these. You want me to cut these down the middle and then in half?
I would do them the other way.
You just come in half? You don't want to come down this way to have them thinner strips?
Oh, you can. Yeah, that's fine too.
Now I do have a good fillet knife here. I'll talk about a fillet knife. This is Cutco. It's an excellent fillet knife, but electrics are so much easier. But this works great inside. How many pieces do you want, dear? That's 2 fish there. You want 1/2 of one? Or is that enough?
What do you think? 1, 2, I think that might be enough.
We're gonna have 3 left over.
3 fillets?
Yeah.
And you've done 2 fillets?
I've done 2. We do 1/2?
I don't know, can we eat that much?
We'll
Otherwise we'll just have it left over, I guess,
yeah.
if we don't eat it all.
I was trying to tell them this morning when I was making the sauce how good the sauce is.
Oh, it's very good. Very good.
It's called they call it the recipe I have for this is called a pink, they call it pink chili mayo. It's almost as good by itself. Pardon our backsplash. We have not done a backsplash in the kitchen. Things came too fast for the winter, and now we're in spring, and we're working on the outside landscaping. So we bounce around. For the most part, the house is complete, except for a few closets and the backsplash. Correct?
That's right. 95%.
95%. We got a front door we need the same. But so we're using panko crumbs, like I said before. I like to crunch. You could use cornmeal, but normally when we fry bass, we use cornmeal. But in this case, panko crumbs are much better. So what you do is and she'll do this part of it, you dip them in the egg, roll them in the panko crumbs, and let them sit for about 10 minutes, I think, something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to use a pan to fry them in. So.
That might be enough, I'm not sure.
Making me hungry just thinking about it. All right, roll them in the egg mixture. I do the frying, she does the panko crumb. She does a good job.
Should we put a little salt in here too? I put a little salt in here.
Yeah, you can put a little salt in both, since the panko crumbs aren't salted. You would think something this simple wouldn't taste so good, but you know, a lot of people do picante sauce or whatever on tacos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling them this morning, all it is a pink chili mayo.
Yeah, just good old cabbage and a good sauce. That's all you need.
Got enough panko? I think?
I don't know, got more if we run out. But... And of course you need good fish.
Yes. And it's nice to have a pond you can go out and catch fresh fish whenever you want. Sustainable is what we say.
Yeah.
They keep breeding and we keep eating them. She's got one last one left here. We'll come back in about 10 minutes and fry these up. All right, so I got them in the pan here frying panko crumb. I like them nice and brown. So I'll just show you what they look like in the pan, but I'm not going to sit there and hold the camera to it. I'm going to get oil all over my camera. Anyway, I'll show you what the results are when we're done, but that's what we basically do. You can put them in a fryer, or you can pan fry them like that. All right, so there's a fish, panko crumbs. I almost want to cheat and have one now, but I won't eat one.
Kind of warm the tortillas.
Yeah, so something I didn't tell you, we warmed the tortillas up. So these are small ones. So I just take a pan, heat it up, throw a tortilla in. I wait till they start kind of puffing up I flip them over several times. You can see it's got a little brown on it. That one's pretty good. I'll move the camera back over. All right, so tortilla,
Sauce.
a little sauce. We put both, drizzle it and put a little bit on the inside. So take a tablespoon or whatever you want. Put your little sauce on the inside. My wife said a lot of sauce on the inside. Place your fish. I always have my way of doing it. She does it her way. So I have 2 pieces of fish. It's a nice cabbage. That's pretty good. And then drizzle a little bit more on top. Oh boy. Who gets to eat this one?
I'll let you do the honors.
Oh boy. And do your best about rolling it up. So I roll mine up a little differently than she does. So I try to tuck mine in. Tuck mine in a little bit. So I can hold it. Like so. Like that. Yum. It's hot. I'm gonna take a bite anyway. These are so good. One bite?
Is it hot?
No. First time cooking fish tacos with bass. We've always used tilapia, but boy, I tell you what, that is excellent. That's better than tilapia. Tilapia doesn't have a lot of flavor. Boy, this has a lot of flavor. Man, that's good.
Very good.
And
And that makes for a good supper.
My mouth is full. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Try, if you haven't, like I say, try these. They're so good. I know it looks like it's so plain, but it's not. You know, just that pink chili sauce on there, or pink chili mayo sauce on there, and cabbage. It is excellent. So try it. Let me know what you think. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.